and the chairman of the Hamilton County Republican Party, Russ Mock, an opportunity to address you as well. Judge?
Thank you, Alex. Hello, Cincinnati, and welcome. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to start by thanking Christopher Smitherman for putting this great event together, along with our next governor of the great state of Ohio, Vivek Ramaswamy. So I'm going to respectfully disagree with my colleague here for one brief moment when he talks about public safety shouldn't be about politics. And I agree with that, but how do we get where we are right now? Let's go back to 2020, okay? You know, let's turn the clock back just a few years and remember. What did we hear that year? We heard about, after the aftermath of George Floyd, we heard about defund the police, right? We heard about criminals over victims. We heard about sanctuary cities. We heard about ending mass pretrial incarceration because they wanted to do away with cash bail, right? So where are we now? We're exactly where we thought we would be because people didn't listen. These elections are so important. And, we have Corey Bowman, who's going to be our next mayor of the city of Cincinnati. We need to elect Corey so we can hire more police officers so we're safer on the streets. We need to elect Judge Josh Berkowitz and Betsy Sunderman to the bench this year because they're not going to be soft on criminals. So they have no one to blame but themselves. We haven't politicized this, they have, and now they're getting it back in waves. So I want to thank you all very much for being here, and I want to thank Vivek for being here to bring a national spotlight to show the issue right here. And we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it by electing those people and by electing Vivek next year. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Chairman Mock. A special shout out to Linda Matthews, who's also going to be on your ballot. Linda Matthews will also look to protect our community. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the next person coming into this room needs absolutely no introduction. I was thrilled to see my old friend here today. This is a guy who needs no introduction. He's in the Hall of Fame of the National Football League. But I got to tell you, as I know his history since leaving the Cincinnati Bengals, this player is really in the Hall of Fame of life. He's an outstanding father. He's an outstanding community leader. He cares so much about what happens in all of our communities. And I can tell you that he showed up on his own. He sort of reached out to the campaign and said, I'd like to be part of this because he cares. He's watched what's happened. He's watched these victims on our city streets, and he cares. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hall of Fame's former Cincinnati Bengal offensive lineman, Anthony Munoz.